Uh, don't really have a quote or a story this morning, but just in general, the idea that um, you tapped into your divine feminine energy. Um, Sorry, I have a cat here on my face. Uh, will be attracting people in. Um, they're attracted to your light, to your kind of glow. They can see it, they can definitely feel it, but there's also somehow this repellent. I think it freaks some people out that, what is this? What is this I'm pulled toward? What is this strange, power this person exerts over me? Cat hair right up the nose. Um, it's a push-pull, and it's really confusing, I think, to the person who just in their own nature, it's not like they're trying to reel people in. And it's very perplexing that these people are drawn in and then bounce off. It's almost like they bounce off the atmosphere, like a skipping stone. I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to go with one of my favorite decks, and I haven't used it in a long time. It's a more modern deck. But we have history with this deck. It's not a skipping stone. In its way, this one goes deep. Particularly in the minor arcana, the cards that deal with everyday life, I think speak a language. And a kind of hip language. I'm sure hip is not a hip word anymore, but you know what I mean. Three of Pentacles. It's the ability to work with somebody. Showing up to do the work. It's a creative endeavor. Everybody contributes. And it's not complete yet. This shows almost like I was going to say chakra energy, but it's not really that. But it's incomplete. It's on a loom. It's in the process still. It took time, and it will take time to complete it. Looks like it's almost there, but not quite. Tell us about Three of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth energy. They're about something tangible. They're the minor arcana of the minor arcana. They're minor arcana, 3D life. Pentacles, earth energy, tangible. Three of Pentacles, Three of Earth, 3D. Amen. Queen of Cups. It's like an invitation to love. Okay. Okay, bottom of the deck here, Three of Swords. I mean, these are such contrasting cards. 3 and 3 is 6. 6 in Major Arcana is Lovers. Queen of Cups may be, because this is sort of like a prayerful position. Blessed to give and receive. This character is like, Queen of Cups is known for being loving and giving, gentle, sweet, giving freely. But part of what enables this person to give freely is their ability to receive it, from on high. It's an invitation. We can do this in 3D. It will take effort and time, but it's possible. And yet, I think that's the person bouncing off. Yeah, and I don't know if they feel the agony of that separation. Not feel it. I don't know if the separation affects this person who bounced off. I think it does. I think it affects them more than it does this Queen of Cups person, who is open-hearted. I think there's a certain agony involved. Perhaps they got the invitation to do it, and they couldn't. They bounced off. Under Three of Pentacles, the Moon card. Coming up a lot lately. Coming up. It's coming up. Now something's coming to consciousness. Or this person, this is a card of Divine Feminine in water energy. Principally, I see it as a card of Cancer. The one who can submerge in feelings, who in fact lives there. Cups energy, connection, feelings, love. Divine Feminine principle of, this is my element. This is where I live. I live and breathe feelings. I'm a soft touch. Seven of Wands. This is sort of sad. Somebody is resisting that. But maybe it's an attempt to go there themselves. A kind of like, what's that thing? There used to be a commercial like, Mother, I can do it myself. They're trying to develop their own intuitive energy. Divine Feminine has that under their belt, has that already. Their heart is already activated. And this person on the board is looking away from Divine Feminine energy, but trying to develop their Wands energy, their ability to receive and to be intuitive, but they're doing it in kind of in a bubble. They have to turn away from Divine Feminine. I want to do it, Wands energy, myself. And perhaps, I know I'm too heartbroken to cooperate. They may still be, and this doesn't need to be romantic. This can be any relationship, I think, with a person you love. That you want to offer your time and energy and attention in a kind of co-creation, where you all kick in. And I notice here, this is the moon energy with the big moon in the background. Somebody doing the deep emotional dive. And here, there's this round. It's kind of like the boy in the bubble. And She's looking away. This person is looking away. I'm busy. Mother, I'd rather do it myself, or I can do it myself. I think this person may think that you're trying to mother them, or, your infinite patience and love, they see somehow as undermining their own fire energy, their own power. Wow. I want to do it myself. Page of Wands. This is new to me, this intuition business, but I'm learning how to activate, sorry, how to rev it up, how to activate. Throat chakra is just shutting down here. I had a woman who, when I was very sick, at a clinic in Texas, and I was just like, bleh. I mean, the illness affected my ability to gather my energy. And she used to say to me, fluff your energy, fluff your energy. And I wanted to say, do what you want with your own frigging energy. I'm doing the best I can. This is new to me. Or let me discover it myself. Wands are cards of discovery, curiosity. Let me determine, somehow this person needed to discover their own path, Wands energy, their own direction, their own intuition, but they couldn't do it kind of through you. They may have come in at first attracted to your sweetness, your open heart, your kind heart. And somehow, as they came in, it hurt. It activated this. It's a blasted landscape. It's a broken heart. So this invitation to do the deep dive, to, let's plumb the depths. Three of Pentacles, Moon. They weren't ready. They may be ready now, they may be revved up, but it's still a path they must walk themselves. On Moon card, we have another page, Page of Pentacles. This is the gift. When you do the deep dive on the archetypal level, like your psyche is willing to discover itself. The unconscious can become conscious in 3D, in Pentacles energy. Plumbing the feelings won't destabilize, it will stabilize you. It's a gift. And pages are messengers. You may have... And listen, I just wanted to say, this could remind you of a situation that a friend of yours is in. There may be 3 people here, one of whom is saying no. There are 2 people here, but it may not be your story. It may be the story of somebody you care about. And you're watching it unfold. And there's an offer on the table. But in order to access it in 3D, this person would have to receive it. And right now, they're blocking it. 7 of Wands. I won't let you in. And it may be, I'm going to figure, okay, we have 3 pages here. Page of Swords. I'm going to walk in another direction. I need my independence. And with three, oh man, Seven of Swords, card of the, okay, on Three of Swords, the card of pain and separation, there's this card of escapism. It can be a card of a liar, of deception, or of self-deception. 7 and 3 in sword energy is 10 of Swords. That's the ending. That's kind of like you killed it. Okay. Wow. We have 7 of Pentacles. Spending your time and money. Money, that's weird. I meant time and energy, but maybe this is all about money because there's so many Pentacles here. We have also 8 of Pentacles, having accomplished it over time. Perhaps over a month. We have these moon phases in the background. And Knight of Pentacles. Doing it step by step, doing the work. Bringing your energy to some sort of co-creation. It's like step by step by step, this guy goes. Forward movement, but very slow. And if you lead a horse and you're tugging on it, it will resist. It will pull like this. If you turn around and walk the way this guy is, the horse will follow. You let loose the reins. This guy doesn't even have reins. You just walk forward, the horse will follow. Doesn't feel controlled, doesn't feel the need to put up a big bunch of defenses. I need to do it my way. I think you've got 3D life in a way under your hat. This guy, one of the pentacles is slung, is a hat that he's not wearing. It's slung over his back. His, her, them, their. Somebody who's put in the work, really kind of burned the candle. Not at both ends, but steadily, night and day, week after week. Perhaps through a whole month has made this effort. On 3 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Put in time and energy, invested in something, tried to grow it, tried to grow the love, tried to bring it into 3D, tried to make it tangible, tried to receive it. It's like paying it forward. And again, that the money reference, paying it forward. I think Queen of Cups perspective is, through work and effort, we can grow more and not be depleted. And this person, I don't think they can believe that. I think they've been through something. Maybe they've been on the other end of this kind of behavior. So they've sort of said, enough of that. I'm not going to work with anybody. I'm not going to do the deep dive with anybody. I'm going to walk my own path. This is new to me. I need to learn this, Page of Swords, a card of the student. And all these pages, youthful energy. I think this person had a lot of growing to do. Had a lot of growing to do. They needed somehow to turn themselves around. Page of Wands, head in a new direction. And they had to kind of learn it from scratch. Or unlearn this 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, sucky sword energy. on Seven of Wands, Temperance. Yeah, I was going to say the 2 sevens are 14. 14 in Major Arcana is Temperance. I mean, whatever it is they're doing here is really important. They need to discover their own intuition. They need to bring their own life into balance. You know, perhaps it wasn't divine timing at one point, so they kind of retreated into this bubble, this meditative bubble. All I can do at Wands energy is isolate and kind of get my intuitive chops. I've got to practice it. Part of practice. I've got to practice it. This is new to me. You know, I'm kind of, pages are like, not babies, but not fully grown. This may be a kid of yours. Mother, I want to do it myself. They may not even understand why they bounced off. But really it was to begin a new path. You know, this was a discovery for them. This was something they had to learn about. You know, and they had a lot to really wipe clean. They'd received some kind of spanking in the past. And again, the mother, maybe they'd received some hurt from a mother figure. So they just thought, look, love is a fake, is Seven of Swords. I can't believe in that. It hurts. Love hurts. You're asking me to cooperate, to learn, to grow, to invest in co-creating something with you, something loving. You know, you're offering me the opportunity to do the deep dive, but I don't feel grown up enough or big enough, or, you know, this person, the Pentacle, is huge for them. It's almost like they don't know what to do with it. So they resist in order to get themselves going. And I don't think that's a bad impulse. You know, something's going to happen in divine timing. And it'll happen all the faster. Wands energy, pretty fast. You know, both of these are fast energies. But this person needs to grow up. That's what they're trying to do. And in fact, we have 3 sevens is 21. In Major Arcana, that's World card. That's like completing the cycle. You know, they're just starting out on the path. Meanwhile, you, I believe, have been marching steadily forward. I just got a gas smell. I'll have to go check. I think I'm running out of propane. Running out of gas. This is a card of healing, a card of balance, a card of divine timing. Fire energy. Wands energy. I think this person knows themselves well enough to know they have a lot to learn. Perhaps even learn how to love, learn how to cooperate, learn how to do the deep dive, learn how to accept what's coming up intuitively from their own subconscious. And not skip off. I keep getting that image, skipping off. You know, in divine timing, they will, I think, even somehow begin to match you. We have the sun and the moon here in this loop. It's a card of the blend, of tempering, of not living in extremes. This is sort of the land of, it's that blasted landscape. And somebody may be trying to escape that blasted landscape. But they're going about it they're sneaking away. Maybe they have to sneak away. From somebody who hurt them. It wasn't you. Okay, they're trapped. They're up in their head. I think somebody gave them a very, said things, whoever hurt this person, the Three of Swords, the injury, warped the way they thought about themselves. Got them up in their head, just bound and immobilized. So they cut some kind of tie. They have the dagger in their hand. They cut away these. See how this person's all entangled? Can't move. Can't even think about moving. They cut the cord and got away. They had to sneak away from somebody who'd hurt them, and it wasn't you. Sneak away. 10 of Wands. This person is on the road, all packed up, moving on. Lights will guide you home. All these wands, marking the path. Marking the path. This person is getting fired up to walk the path. Away from something. Out of bondage. Isn't there of human bondage? Out of bondage. There may have been something genuinely sadistic about what they experienced. Could be at the hands of a mother or a mother figure, somebody who is supposed to nurture them and help them grow, and instead, tried to cut them down to size. Tried to cut them down to size. Okay. Can you tell us about this ending? They're moving on from something. Themselves. They feel like young and new and almost like self-discovery. I'll discover my own path. Both Wands energy. Curiosity about it. And kicking up. It's really liberating. They're kicking up their heels. Excited, like Wands energy, revved up. I'm going to go for something. I'm going to discover this path. And it may be, I've liberated myself. I got out of this bind, this Eight of Swords. I cut the cords. I liberated myself. I'm on the move. Wow. Liberated myself. Devil card, a card of, liberating oneself from what held this person back. Something that was toxic, something that had them feeling puppeted. Mother, I'd rather do it myself. I'm getting out of, I've cut myself free. Devil energy is some situation that this person I think came to believe, sword energy, had them bound and tied up in a bad opinion of themselves, but they've managed to free themselves, to like snip the binds that held them, snip the puppet strings. And you gotta, proper respect on Seven of Wands, King of Swords. King of Swords, they've like regained their king status. They've learned something. They're clear about something now. They're able to communicate, perhaps about, what happened to them. It's some explanation about, because they understand it now, why I had to put up this block, why I skipped off. King of Swords, Queen of Cups. This can be a cold energy. Yes, I blocked you. I analyzed the situation. I knew I wasn't ready. I was still in page energy. I couldn't match your status as Queen of Cups. But perhaps things have changed now. They've processed their own, whatever this was that they went through, that they had to free themselves from. They worked very hard at doing that. Capricorn energy, Earth energy. They dug in and worked at it, cutting the cord. And now they've closed out that cycle, this kind of implicit world energy, closed out the cycle, and they're moving on. And they're moving on a new path. On Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, another card of closing out a cycle. Right? This is what they've been through. Ten of Swords, they're done with it. They've managed to liberate themselves and walk away from something. They're in King of Swords energy now. They know sword energy when it's over. And I think they couldn't take any kind of action until it was over and they knew it was over. And there's an implication that you may have walked away. You may have walked away. Now this may be you. And they may know now, King of Swords, they blocked you and you gave up. Say something, I'm giving up on you. That song. You thought they were cold. You thought it. You thought they were analytical. You thought they were blocking you. You thought they'd wrapped up a cycle, that they'd perhaps turned their back on you. Or they thought you'd turn your back on them. There was a misunderstanding here of some kind. But maybe somebody has clarity now. Anything else? Somebody's coming into balance over time. It's taken a long time. All of these Pentacles energies. Taken a long time for them to free themselves. And in the meanwhile, you may have walked. Trusted. You're not yanking their chain, so to speak. You're not pulling on the reins. You're living your life. You're doing the work. and somehow you're leaving them, you are kind of letting go the reins, letting go any pretense of control. In divine timing, they may or may not follow. I'm not gonna pull on them or manipulate them, because they've just freed themselves from a situation where somebody was doing that, where somebody had them all tied up, was yanking their chain. And Queen of Cups, World card. I think you love them enough to let them go. It might be that they've wrapped up this cycle and now can move, it's really accelerating their ability to move on the karmic path. They may be ready now. Another card of divine timing. Temperance, wheel. It's like fortune is turning in their favor. They're walking the right path now. They've kind of turned things around. And I think that's what this is. They've turned things around. They've completed a cycle. They're walking away from this kind of pain, deception, manipulation. Get yourself free. Step out the back, Jack. And that's a little bit Seven of Swords energy. Cut the ties and split. Don't talk about it, just go. Just go. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Completing the cycle. And this is sort of the cycle, right? The wheel is turned. Something's happened. They've completed cycles, so they're able to move on to the next thing. Wheel of Fortune is it turns. It's not a static state. It's dynamic. It's knowing when, divine timing, to move on. They might have had to learn some kind of karmic lesson. Not to get entangled, toxically attached to and puppeted by somebody. They've wriggled free. Capricorn is I'll work until I free myself. I recognize what holds me back. And this person is done with it. But your attitude is sort of like, I love them, but in a kind of hands-off way. I'm not pulling you. It's your life. You do what you will in your own time, Pentacles energy. I'm doing the work. And you might or might not want to do this. You might not do the work, want to do the work to co-create with me. And she's kind of like hands off, It's okay. I'm not going to lead you by the nose. This person was kind of led by the nose before. A bull with a ring in their nose. I'm not doing that. This isn't that kind of love. And the universe really, really endorses it. Both their desire to walk their own path and her kind of hands-off, I'm not gonna make you do the deep dive. It wouldn't be a deep dive then. Divine feminine doesn't, yank anybody's chain. They love themselves, and they know that love liberates. They know it, sword energy. So it's good news, whether or not it's working with this particular person. I don't know. Have they done the have they spent the time and energy growing up? And I think there was something about your love that was like, not only am I not going to try to control you, if I love you, I'll let go the reins. I'm not going to put the ring in your nose and force you to follow. You follow your own path. You live your own life. Letting go the reins. I think that's wonderful. And I think whatever happens, it's better for everybody. It advances the cause. And it's in divine timing. That's the other thing this queen is saying. I can't control the timing on this. I know enough to know love doesn't cling. Love lets go. When it's time, we'll know it. I think it sort of leaves it on a ... kind of to be continued, to see what comes next, to discover it, Page of Wands. But I think King of Swords is on the case. Somehow on the case. Looking at it with clarity. They had to remove themselves in that King of Swords sort of way, to be in this kind of contemplative place, away from the Seven of Wands, away from these other concerns. Perhaps they had a lot of responsibilities that tied them down. Devil card. Growth and liberation, that's what I see. Letting go the reins. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say. Beautiful day. Want to get out and walk about and just drink it in. It's fall. You can feel it in the air already. There's a certain crispness. Somebody's walking. We got all these, moving on, completing a cycle, walking away, walking. Completing a cycle so we can move forward. This person may still have a lot to learn. And you may have something to learn, as well, about maybe overgiving. I'm offering this thing. And now you're like, it's not like whatever, but it's, bless you as you go. If it's a kid, you're blessing them as they go. If they're a potential somebody you want to come into balance with, somebody you love, you're blessing them open-heartedly. Do what you're going to do. Do what you need to do. Do the work. The Capricorn work. Work with shadow, whatever it is that sets you on a path that the universe, I mean, the universe isn't going to lead you by the nose either. You have to, this person has to step up and accept their destiny. They may be just at the point where they feel ready to begin all the page energy, to begin. Do this, do that, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. It just gives the channel a boost and grows the channel. So if you like it and you think other people could benefit too, advance the cause along with me. All right, we'll see you next time.